Alrighty. Looks like we're up and running here. Alrighty, well, welcome back. We are back for some more Pokemon Run&Bun. Continuing on, it's been a few days since the last stream, and that's just because we're towards the end of getting to be able to beat Flannery, which is really exciting because if I can beat Flannery, this will be my second time beating her. So second furthest overall attempt, besides my personal best. So very exciting, but a couple fights that we have before Flannery are actually way more scary than Flannery herself. Flannery herself is actually pretty easy in comparison to the other gym leaders in this game, just due to the nature of double battles, being able to bait kills. So the two trainers before her, I would say, are actually the true gym leaders of this gym, because I was really racking my brain around how I'm gonna beat them deathless and riskless. But I've taken some time to plan, and I think I've gotten the best planning that I could do with what I got. So if we can make it past these next few trainers before Flannery, then we will be looking good. So that is the main goal here, because like I said, once we get to Flannery, she's pretty easy herself. So so there's 3 trainers in total. The first trainer is actually pretty easy. My box is pretty good for it. It's normally a pretty scary fight because there's 3. This next trainer has 3 Mons with Explosion, which can normally be pretty scary to work with, but my box handles it pretty well. So this first fight should go by very, very simply, and I could beat it with just 3 Mons. I need to remember to make sure I equipped a black belt on my Infernape. Lonier, how's it going? Hope you're doing well. Alright, so let's go do this first trainer, which is just going to be a warm-up. The next 2 trainers after this are the real scary fights, so... oh, I went the wrong direction. So go up here, go here, and then up here. Alright, so let's save. What's up, Grumpy? Good to see you again. Yeah, we are continuing on. We are trying to see if we could complete Flannery's gym today. Which is gonna be a little daunting. There's some really scary trainers leading up to her, so... If we can get past this, these next 2 trainers deathless, that'd be crazy. Having 2 deaths past Flannery, that's kind of nuts. But I am willing to sack at least 1 Mon for some of the fights after this, if needed. So, yeah. But let's do the first trainer here. It should go by pretty simply. Okay, we're leading Almostar. We got Excadrill and Infernape, and these three will be able to take this trainer out. So let's go and do it here. Alright, Kindler Jeff. So it leaves Turkle to set up Sun for the fight. And the thing with this fight is that can be normally really scary is that 3 of this guy's Mons have Explosion. Which can be pretty tricky to deal with depending on what box you have. But with my box, I can actually handle it pretty well. So to start off with, Power Gem is simply going to one-shot this Turkle. It doesn't have a Focus Asher or Quick Claw, so I don't have to worry about any of that. I just simply one-shot it. Alright. And this should always be baiting in Flareon. Perfect. And Flareon here sees that he can outspeed and one-shot me with Solar Beam. So I'm going to swap to Excadrill to take that Solar Beam pretty well. Let me just triple check something here before I do that. Yeah, we're good. So, swap to Excadrill, take the Solar Beam. So, there we go. So, deal up to half. Alright, now, Excadrill, this thing does have Guts, but we outspeed and just simply one-shot with Drill Run. Yeah, I appreciate that, Grumpy. I don't know if Grumpy will match with my nickname theme, but if I find a good after this, I'll get a bunch of new encounters. So if one seems good, I'll add your nickname to it. All right, so this will always bring in Licky Licky next. So this Licky Licky does have Explosion. However, at full health, if the AI sees that it can KO with any of its other moves, it'll never click Explosion. So right now, Licky Licky sees that he can always KO my Excadrill with Fire Blast. So he'll always go for Fire Blast and never go for Explosion. So I can swap to Infernape safely on a Fire Blast. Perfect. Alright. And with a black belt equipped, let me see here. Yep. With a black belt, close combat, we'll just simply one-shot this thing. And then this just leaves a Skunk Tank Blast, which simply gets one shot by Infernape with Overheat in the Sun. Alright, there we go. Pretty simple, clean fight. Alright, now the next two fights are way more scary than that one. These next two fights are the ones I consider to be the true gym trainers of this gym. So these are the ones I'm most anxious about. I really want to be able to get past these two. If we do, then we're looking good for Flannery herself. So let me save. Alright, so for the next fight here, let me pull it up here. We got Battle Girl Danielle. So for this fight, I need... So we need Drapion. We're keeping Omastar. We need... let's see... We need Arcanine, we already have. We need Gyarados. We need Cloyster. And we need Nidoqueen finally coming out of the box here. Bagel. Alright. And that should be the team here. Alright, then as for our items... Let's see... Let me order these guys around in the order that I'm going to be sending them out in. Alright, so we need a Rost Berry for Drapion. We need a Citrus Berry for Hamilton. We need... let's see. Yeah, we need a Citrus Berry for Gyarados. We need a Citrus for Cloyster. Citrus for Nidoqueen. And... I think that's it. Yeah. We don't need an item for Omastar. Yeah. No item needed for Omastar. Yeah, we need all these citrus berries for HP insurance in case of any critical hits. The real issue with this next fight has to do with all the baiting. Because there is some pretty scary mons. If things go really poorly, if I get too many crits, I'm probably gonna have to sack Nidoqueen. Which I'm totally fine with doing because, it's probably just gonna be wasting away in my box anyway. So if I need to sack Nidoqueen to be able to beat this fight, I am willing to do that. So, before I start that, I'm gonna use Rush real quick. I'll be right back. Okay. Alright. So let me triple check. I got all the right things here. Rost, citrus, 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 citrus. No item. And let me just triple check all my steps here. So we go you, bait you to go you, bait you, go you, bait you, go you, and kill. Alright. Okay. So yeah, what's up, Moondrop? Good to see you again. I'm doing pretty well. Hope you're doing alright as well. I'm about to face a very difficult fight here. To try to beat Flannery's gym. This is definitely not riskless. There's a few points in this fight where if some very, very bad luck happens, I can wipe. So, very scary stuff. That we're just gonna hope doesn't happen. That's good to hear. Yeah, I feel on the tiredness, but I was a little tired yesterday, but I'm kind of hopped up on caffeine right now, so. Also, my heart's beating a million miles a minute. Thinking about doing these fights here. It's always scary, you know. Even if it's like a very, very small chance. If there's ever a chance in a fight where you can just wipe and lose the whole run, it's always so nerve-wracking. But that's part of the fun of this. So let me triple check again. Ross, citrus. Okay. Let me just triple check. I'm not missing anything. I think we got I think we're good here. Oh yeah, which ROM hack are you thinking of? Yeah, if I wasn't running this game right now, I probably would like to run Liquid. Oh no, is that what it's called? Liquid? What was it called? It's a Gen 9 ROM. Oh no, Lucid. Yeah, if I wasn't running this game, I would want to try Lucid Emerald. Because it's basically Run and Bun but with Gen 9. Oh yeah, Heart Gold, Soul Silver. Yeah, there's a couple ROM hacks of that game. There's like Sacred Gold, which I think it does add the fairy type to that game. But I know the creator of that is releasing the 2.0 version, so once that gets released, I'll probably wanna try that. Yeah, no, I don't think so. But I usually don't. I'm not the biggest fan of randomizers anyway. So I like it when the ROM hack creators like have like the routing for each Pokemon they decide to put for each route is very intentional. That's why Run and Bun is really fun to play because I feel like the encounter routing for this game is like one of the best in terms of like what you can get. Yeah. Yeah, I'd have to double check, but I do think the ROM hack Sacred Gold does have the fairy types in it. I'd have to double check that. There you go. My dog's chasing her tail back there. Alright, enough stalling. Let's go ahead and try to beat this fight. Let's see, which way? This way? Yeah. Alright. Battle Girl Danielle. Alright. She has a very scary team of 5. So to start off with, there's 2 things I need to have happen here. The first thing is, I need this knockoff to not get a high roll crit on this Slowking. I need to KO it in 2 hits, not 1. If I KO it, that's gonna cause a lot of trouble. The second thing is, I need him to hit... Right now he sees that his highest damage on me is Fire Blast. I need him to hit me with a Fire Blast, but not get the highest roll. Drapion has battle armor, so I can't get crit, but I need to not get the highest roll damage on Fire Blast. If that happens, that opens up a possibility of me wiping. So I'm going to click knockoff, really hope it doesn't kill. Have him hit me with Fire Blast and hope I end up at above, let me see. I need to be above 94 HP. And I'm holding a Raw Spear in case the Fire Blast burns me. So, Drapion, please don't kill this thing. Thank you. Alright, Fire Blast. Okay, good. Don't highest roll. 96. Okay, good. Whew. I think that was second highest roll. Whew, okay, so I think we're good. Yeah, because now, after I KO this Slowking, this is gonna bait in Choice Scarf, Embor, and it'll only go for Flare Blitz. If I had gone down to 94 HP, there would have been a chance it would have gone for a different move, which would have been terrible. But we've cleared that, so we should be fine now. So we should see Embor coming in here. Perfect. And it should only ever go for Flare Blitz. Because that is the only move it sees that does a KO to me. So, and because it has a Choice Scarf, whatever move it chooses, it's going to be locked into using. So I'm going to swap to Hamilton here to take those Flare Blitz and to 1v1 it. Perfect, so there's a Flare Blitz. Oh, there's a crit. We've accounted for a crit, but not multiple crits, so we're gonna KO with Rock Slides into extreme speeds. I have a Citrus to regain health, but I need to not take too much damage. So let's not see another crit here, please. Thank you. Alright. So another Flare Blitz here. Please don't crit. This should get me into Citrus range. Ah, dang it. Ah, 2 crits. Okay. That's not good. Alright, so that's bad. Because now I think this is gonna bait in Golurk. Because of those 2 crits. Let me see. What HP am I? 104? Okay, good. Okay, no, we're good. We're good. So because of the Citrus Berry, even with those 2 crits, I am outside of killing rolls from Shadow Punch on Golurk. You can only go for Earthquake, so that's good. That's what I wanted. So Golurk should only be able to use Earthquake here. So I'm gonna swap to Gyarados to be immune to the Earthquake and to be able to 1v1 it. So Intimidate drop. There's an Earthquake, perfect. Alright, so now I'm going to KO Golurk with 2 Waterfalls. I either want it to use Block, or I want it to not get a crit with Shadow Punch. If you land a crit with Shadow Punch, there is a chance that later on, if I get another crit, Gyarados could die. Which would really be sad. So let's not see a crit Shadow Punch here. Or Waterfall just flinching. Okay, Shadow Punch, don't crit. Perfect, okay, good. So that should be fine. Because now a second Waterfall kill. And this should always bait Flygon, not Blaziken. Perfect. Alright, and this Flygon is really scary because it's got Scale Shot, which will raise its speed and outspeed everything. It has a life orb, so it does a ton of damage. But right now, against my Gyarados, it sees that its highest damaging move is Scale Shot. So we are going to swap to Cloyster to take those Scale Shots pretty well. The Scale Shot will raise its speed, but it will also lower its defense, allowing me to then one-shot it with Icicle... what's it called? Ice Sharp. So, and I'm holding a Citrus Berry in case of any Scale Shot crits, because I need to be above a certain HP as well. Perfect, so there's a Scale Shot. Oh, only 2 times, perfect. Perfectly fine. So, its speed lowers. Its speed raises, defense lowers though. With the -1 defense, Ice Shard here will always kill. Perfect. Alright, so this just leaves Speed Boost Blaziken. Now, normally you'd like to get this in a position where by this point, you have something that outspeed and one-shots it. I couldn't find a way to do that safely. So, what I'm going to do instead, this thing does have a white herb, meaning that it'll restore any of its status drops. So it has both Overheat and Close Combat, which if it uses, the white herb will bring its stats back to normal. So the goal is I want to intimidate this once with Gyarados to be able to KO it with Omastar. The problem is that if I swap in Gyarados right now, the white herb will proc, bringing its attack back to normal, which is not what I want. So I needed something. Right now, this Blaziken sees that he can KO my Cloyster with either Overheat or Close Combat. So I needed something that can tank either one of those moves. And the only thing in my box that can do that is Nidoqueen. So she can take both. If she gets crit, and I get too low, and I'm baiting other moves, I'm just going to need to sack it, so I can have a safe switch into Gyarados. The most ideal move that I'd like to see here is Close Combat. If he goes for Overheat and gets a crit, Nidoqueen may need to get sacked, so I'm going to swap it in and see what it goes for. Okay, perfect, good. Close Combat. That's the most ideal move. Yep, and there's a crit. Does that crit change anything? I don't think so. Yeah, I'm at 96. Okay, yeah, so... Okay, yeah, that's perfect, because I'm outside of Brave Bird range. He should only see a KO with Overheat. Which Gyarados can take pretty well. So I'm going to swap on Overheat. Because now that he's used the white herb, now when I intimidate it, it'll stay at -1 attack. So swap into Gyarados, hopefully don't see a crit. Ideally I'd like to proc the Citrus Berry here. So let's see. So we get it to -1 attack. There's the Overheat. Okay, good. I think that's Citrus range. Perfect. Alright, so now, on my Gyarados, it sees that its highest damaging move is Brave Bird. I could technically try to KO this Blaziken with my Gyarados, but he would just die to a Brave Bird crit. So I don't need to risk that because now at -1 attack, I could swap into Omastar, and if Blaziken's at -1 attack, Brave Bird into close combat, Omastar will always live, and I can KO it with Surf. So we should see Brave Bird here. Perfect. I have Shell Armor, so I can't get crit. And I'll always live a -1 attack close combat after a Brave Bird. And Surf should always kill here. Yep, just barely. Okay, good. Whew. Alright. Danielle down. Very scary stuff. I got quite a few crits on that fight. So... we got one more fight until Flannery, and this next one is the scariest. It's even scarier than that last one. So yeah, this fight is the true gym leader for me because not only is it a very scary fight, it is also the one that wiped me in my previous attempt. So technically, if I beat this fight, this would already be my second furthest attempt. But I'm not going to count it until after I beat Flannery, because that's the milestone I want to hit here. Okay, so next fight is Hiker Eli, which is the scariest fight in this gym. So let me pull that up here. The reason why this fight is so scary, it's because of this Delphox. The Delphox is holding a Life Orb, making its flamethrowers and psychics do crazy damage, and it has Hypnosis. So, for most things in my box, it's almost impossible for me to make it not go for Hypnosis, while still being able to survive a flamethrower or psychic crit. I was having a hard time trying to figure out how to do that. But I think I have as good of a plan as I can get here. So let me set that up in the calcs here. So let's see. For this fight, we need, let's see. We need you. Need you. We need you. Alright, so yeah, so for this fight, what we need is we're gonna lead Infernape. We're keeping Drapion. We need Gliscor. We're keeping Gyarados. We need Eldegoss. And we're keeping Omastar. And this is the best that I could figure out how to reduce as much risk as possible for this fight. It's still not riskless. There is still 1 point that can make me wipe, potentially. So, always always very scary stuff. So, but for, let's see, so for items, let's see. I don't need an item on Blaziken, on Infernape. I need Soft Sand on Gliscor. There we go. Soft Sand on Gliscor. I need a Rostberry on Gyarados. Let's see, I need... Citrus Berry for Omastar. I need a Lumberry for Drapion. And I think that's it. Yeah, so let me triple check the line here. Alright. Yeah. Okay, so this should be good. This is the fight that I'm most stressed about. If we can get past this fight, Flannery herself should be pretty much guaranteed. So, let's see if we can end up getting a second furthest attempt here. Yeah, my last furthest attempt, my other attempt before this that wiped, I misplanned. I made a mistake on planning against the Arcanine, which led me to losing my Infernape to a Psychic Fangs crit, and then I just got swept from there. So yeah, I have a vendetta against this next trainer. So I would really love to be able to defeat him here. Alright. So let me triple check. No item. Soft Sand, Rostberry, Citrus Berry, Lumberry. No item. Alright. Let's save. I don't know which side is supposed to be on. Okay, is it this side? No. It's... I got baited. It was the left side. Alright, it's fine. should be down, just down here. Ooh, okay. Alright. Yep, just down this ledge here. Triple check. This fight is so stressful. Yeah, no, we're fine. We got this. We got this. Alright, Hiker Eli. It's gonna lead a Drampa. Alright, so start off pretty simply. Drampa just gets one shot by close combat here. Alright, this should always bring in Nidoking. This thing's scary because it has Substitute, but right now, after close combat, Nidoking always sees that he KOs with Earth Power. So I'm going to swap to Gliscor on that Earth Power. Perfect. And now with a Soft Sand, Earthquake will one-shot Nidoking, baiting in Arcanine. Alright. Nidoking goes down. This should always be Arcanine. Perfect. Alright, so now... this Arcanine is scary because it has to move Burn Up, which is a super high base power fire type move that after it uses it, it loses its fire typing. And it can only use Burn Up if it's a fire type, so it can only use it once as long as if it stays in. The real scary thing with this guy is that he also has Will-O-Wisp, which was really hard to try to work around, but I think we got something working here. So first things first, I'm gonna swap to Gyarados to take the burn up. I would very much ideally for this burn up to not crit. So let's hopefully not see a crit here. And it's gonna be Fire Gem boosted as well. Oh, so I did go for Will-O-Wisp there. I guess it didn't see the killing roll with Burn Up on my Gliscor, but that should still be fine. Let me see. What should I do here? I really want this thing to use Burn Up. But I think it should be fine even if it doesn't. Yeah, so because I need to stay in and do some damage for a turn. I held a Rossberry in case of Will-O-Wisp burn, but it is likely to go for it again. So, but I think that should still be fine. So I'm gonna attack once with Waterfall here. See what it does. Okay, there's the burn up. So let's not see a crit here, please. Thank you. Alright, so now it's no longer a fire type, so this Waterfall is not super effective. Alright, so now it's either going to use Psychic Fangs or Will-O-Wisp again. I think I'm free to attack for another turn to see if he goes for another Will-O-Wisp. Basically, the idea here is I want to do enough damage to this to where when I'm gonna KO this with my Omastar, and I want to be above a certain amount of HP, so I'm baiting in the right moves from Delphox after. So let me just triple check something here. Yeah, I think, let's see, do I need to attack? Let me just check to see if I need to attack one more time. Let's see, without a fire typing, minimum roll waterfall does 32.6. With Omastar, after a close combat, -1 Spadef. Surf does minimum 75. Okay, yeah. So I think I'm free to swap to Omastar here, because he's either gonna go for Psychic Fangs for highest damage, or Will-O-Wisp again, which doesn't matter for my Omastar because it's a special attacker. So let's do that here. I'm gonna go ahead and swap. Okay, good. So there's a Will-O-Wisp. So now he's guaranteed to go for close combat because he sees it as highest damage. He's at -1 attack, so it'll only do up to 70 damage, or 42% about. And after the defense drop from close combat, Surf should always KO. And I should be in the right position here, so I'll let him attack me and I'll KO with Surf. Close combat. There's the defense drops. And the Surf should always KO. Perfect. Okay, good. So now this is always going to be bringing in Delphox. -1 Citrus Berry, unfortunate, but it's fine. We needed it. So this is always Delphox. And again, the scary thing with this Delphox is that it's got a Life Orb, so it does crazy damage and has Hypnosis. The only way you can prevent it from using Hypnosis is if it sees that it kills with any of its moves. So right now, against my Omastar, it sees that it will always KO with either Psychic or Grass Knot. And it should never go for Hypnosis. Either of which is perfectly fine for me to swap into Drapion. Psychic would obviously be more ideal, but Grass Knot should also be fine as well. So I'll go to Drapion. Okay, there's a Grass Knot, that's fine. Again, my Drapion has Battle Armor, so I can't get crit. So now, I'm going to attack it once with Knockoff. It's going to either use Hypnosis to put me to sleep, or hit me with Flamethrower for highest damage. I'm holding a Lumberry in case of Hypnosis putting me to sleep, or Flamethrower burning me. So I cover both of those. This Knockoff doesn't have a big chance of KOing. If it doesn't, then I could pivot to Infernape to take this thing out. So I'm going to attack once with Knockoff and see what happens. Oh, so... so that's actually best case scenario. It missed with Hypnosis. Brought it down. Super low. That was almost the highest damaging roll. Oh, okay, so... That's actually... Let me see. I think that's ideal, because now I still have my Lumberry, so if he goes for Hypnosis again, I'll still be able to attack it. If he uses Hypnosis again here, the rest of it is free. If he goes for Flamethrower, there is still a chance. It's that everything could fall apart at the end. Only Hydra, what's up, bro? Good to have you in here. Hope you're doing alright. Alright, so I'm gonna click knockoff again. And hope he goes for Hypnosis again. Perfect. Alright. So I think we're good. I think we're perfectly good now. We kept our... We'll wake back up again because of the Lum. We'll take it out. And this just leaves a Rhyperior. And this was the other point of issue, because this thing has Stealth Rocks, which was a pain to try to work around. The biggest thing was that this thing does a ton of damage with Stone Edge. So if I had gotten hit with Drapion by Flamethrower, I would have had a chance for... Because I'm going to now take this out with Eldegoss. There was a chance that if I got crits with a Stone Edge, Eldegoss would die and I would wipe. Well, I don't know if I'd wipe, but I'd lose Eldegoss and probably have to sack something else to take out the Rhyperior. But now, because I didn't get hit, Rhyperior only sees a KO with Earthquake, which Eldegoss can always take. Or it'll go for Stealth Rocks, which makes it free. So we're perfectly fine to push the Eldegoss here. Perfect, so Stealth Rocks, totally fine, because now we just one-shot with Leaf Storm. Yes! Alright. Really, really good. Whew. And that's all the gym trainers before Flannery. Alright. Let's see. Tyranno, is that Antonio, is that you? If so, it's good to see you again, man. It has been a while. Hey, it's really good to see you again. It's been like a couple weeks. How have things been going for you? Yeah, I saw the name, but I saw the A on your icon, so that's what led me to think. Well, it's good to have you here. We can witness me hopefully being able to beat Flannery here, getting me my second furthest attempt. So let's go ahead and set up for Flannery herself here. So bring in Big Hamilton, bring in our level 50 Combuskin. We're keeping Omastar. And think we're back up to it's just Infernape and Gyarados. Yeah, no, I feel that. This game demands so much of your time to be successful at it. Yeah, I might take even a little break from this game, if I beat Flannery here, because that'll be a good milestone for me, and I may stream a different game for a little bit just as a breather. I know Legend ZA is already coming out, so I was thinking of maybe streaming that game for a little bit, just something more casual. Doesn't require 110% of my brain power. Alright, so for this fight, I need a Lumberry or Omastar. I need Heartstone on Hamilton. And that should be pretty much it. Let me see here. Yeah, the first few fights are pretty much solved. It's just after that it's kind of freeform. You know, this pretty standard Flannery strats here. Let me see. Star. Let's see, once we get to this point. Let's see, I think I can give Black Belt to Infernape to take out the Incineroar at the very end. Let's see. Yeah, there we go. But yeah, this fight should be very straightforward. The last two fights were the real gym trainers of this gym. Flannery herself should be a breeze here. There is one small little problem at the very beginning though, with the Salazzle. Which if it does happen, could be very bad. Mainly because with my Combuskin, in order to be able to bait the Talonflame instead of the Entei, it makes it so that Sludge Bomb isn't 100% kill on Combustion with the Salazzle. I think it's a 81% chance to one shot. So, if Salazzle doesn't see the killing roll, on Salazzle and uses Fake Out on my Arcanine. That could be very bad. So I'm just gonna ride the lightning and hope that doesn't happen. But that'll be fine. We should be fine. Alright, so let's save. Triple check my items here. No item. Hardstone, Lumberry in case of statuses. And that should be it. Alright, let's bring it home. Let's go Flannery. Alright. So, again, like I said, we need Salazzle to go for Sludge Bomb on Combuskin. With the killing roll, if he doesn't see it, I need him to Fake Out Combuskin and not my Arcanine. That is the one condition that we need to have happen here. Before the sun and before the Mega Evolution from Charizard, he only sees a KO on Combuskin with Air Slash. So it should be, majority of the time, Sludge Bomb and Air Slash into Combuskin, which allows me to freely... Let me just triple check I have the right item here. Good. Hearthstone. Allows me to freely use Rock Slide to KO Charizard and bring Salazzle down to 1. Let's see it here. There's the Drought. Detect. Perfect, Sludge Bomb. Alright. Whew. That was the only scary part. Alright, so Charizard goes down. Salazzle goes down to 1. And in the Combuskin slot, this should always be bringing in Talonflame. Perfect. Alright, so it's Talonflame's gonna, most of the time, use Brave Bird, sometimes use Flare Blitz. And Salazzle's again gonna go for Sludge Bomb. So I'm gonna swap both of those moves onto my Omastar as I KO both of these things with Rock Slide. Alright, so there's Brave Bird. There's a Sludge Bomb. I have Lumberry in case of poison. Talonflame goes down, and Salazzle goes down. And this should always bring in both Entei and Marowak next. Entei, perfect. And Marowak, good. Alright, so Marowak sees a slow kill into my Arcanine, but sees a fast kill into my Omastar with either Poltergeist or Boomerang. So it will never attack my Arcanine. And Entei always sees a KO into Omastar with Solar Beam. So I'm going to protect on both those moves as I get up another rock slide here. So solar beam, perfect. Rock slide. This will be a majority of the time. Oh, there's a flinch. it's get dunked on, Marowak. All right, so now the Marowak will get KO'd before it is able to attack, which means the Combusken side will only be tanking a Solar Beam from the Entei, since it is still faster than my Arcanine. But that'll allow me to swap back into Combusken. And Combusken, even at level 50, will always live a Solar Beam crit. So go back to Combusken, and we're going to KO both of these things with Rock Slide. So there's a Solar Beam. We always live a crit. And Rock Slide takes these things out. Perfect. All right. Yeah, Hamilton is such a dub for this fight. I could have done this fight. I do have a Lycanroc. I could have used that, but Hamilton is such a goat. So this just brings Incineroar. It's going to Intimidate. But since I just swapped Combusken back in, Incineroar is always going to be attacking Combusken slot, so I'm going to Detect and swap Arcanine for Infernape. There's the Blaze Kick. Alright. And now this is just checkmate. I can swap Combusken for Gyarados, but Black Belt boosted, close combat will just one-shot this thing. Woo! And there we go. Second furthest attempt. Second time beating Flannery. Feels good. Feels really good. Oh, Combusken wants to level up? No. I don't want you to evolve yet. Stop that. Alright. 5 badges, only 2 deaths. Pretty crazy. And now we can get Surf, and we can get our Mega Ring. There's a Mega Ring. Now we can get access to some Megas. And once we get Surf, we get to do our encounter simulator. Alright, so let me save really fast. Yeah. Really, really nice. Alright, so I think that's good milestone to be at. So like I mentioned earlier, I think this will be a good place to either take a little break, see if I want to play some other games, or if I feel like coming back to it. I mean, I at very least want to at least do the encounters. See if I get a Poplio this time. In my PB, I got Croaky instead of Poplio from Petalburg. So I'd love to at least see if we get the Poplio this time, but yeah, I'm gonna save that for another time because I want to let my brain rest. Alright, so I'll go ahead and call it there for now. But Antonio, I really appreciate you tuning in again. It's good to see you. For everyone else who watched as well, thanks for watching. Hope you guys all have a great rest of your day. Hope to see you guys in the next stream here. Alright, see everyone next time.